Never imagined. What education will look like in the future. 25 years ago, we dreamt of making education accessible to all. In every corner of Malaysia and beyond borders. No matter who you are, where you are, or when you want to study, we are always here, providing you with the opportunity to learn. We welcome you to our world, a world where education is more personalized, tailored to your needs at your own pace, ensuring you receive the best digital education you deserve, from blended learning to fully online. We've empowered over 130,000 graduates for the past 25 years, breaking boundaries across industries and nations, shaping leaders and change makers of tomorrow. OUM's vision has crossed borders through 16 global partnerships and growing. OUM is more than a university. With humanized digital education, we transform dreams into opportunities. We build a nation through lifelong learning. Are you ready for the new way of learning? Open University Malaysia, celebrating 25 years of humanizing digital education.
Perarakan graduan masuk ke Dewan.
Para hadirin yang dihormati, sementara menunggu majlis bermula, kita saksikan tayangan multimedia langkah-langkah keselamatan di World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur. Your safety is our top priority. Please take note of these important fire evacuation steps. I am Janet Farzana, and I will be taking you through the safety evacuation demonstration. If you hear the fire alarm, remain calm and stop what you are doing. Follow the directions given by the WTCKL Emergency Response Team. Proceed calmly to the nearest exit. Do not use the elevators. Use the stairways provided and assist others if needed. If there is smoke, stay low to the ground and cover your mouth and nose with a cloth or sleeve. Move quickly but safely. Once outside, proceed to the designated assembly point. Remain there and wait for further instructions from the WTCKL Emergency Response Team. Do not re-enter the building until it is declared safe. In case of heavy downpour, always be on the lookout for a safety announcement from our emergency response team. If you parked your car at Riverine Open Air Car Park next to the river, please move your car to a safer location at level 4. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Together, we keep WTCKL safe for everyone.
Graduan yang dihormati sekalian, sila ambil maklum bahawa semua graduan perlu melengkapkan kajian pengesanan graduan SKPG yang diselaskan oleh Kementerian Pendidikan Tinggi. Sila imbas kod QR di dalam buku program atau yang dipaparkan di skrin. Terima kasih.
Perarakan akademik masuk ke Dewan. Majlis mohon berdiri.
Perarakan besar masuk ke Dewan. Majlis mohon terus berdiri.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Bersiaran secara langsung dari Dewan Merdeka World Trade Center Kuala Lumpur sempena Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia bagi sidang yang ke-8. Jika anda lihat di belakang saya ini, perarakan besar sedang masuk ke dalam Dewan dan sebentar lagi perarakan Chancellor akan bermula. Dan pada sidang ke-8 ini seramai 566 graduan yang terdiri daripada pelbagai program akan menggenggam scroll masing-masing. Dan hari ini adalah bukti kepada kecekalan dan penat lelah mereka. Perjalanan dari impian ke pentas keramat ini akan bermula sebentar sahaja lagi. Kepada keluarga yang hadir hari ini, terima kasih saya ucapkan dan teruskan memberi tepukan yang gemuruh kepada semua para graduan. Jangan lupa untuk kongsikan momen manis anda bersama dengan kami dengan hashtag MK30OUM. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan selamat datang ke Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia. Kita jumpa lagi selepas ini.
Perarakan Chancellor masuk ke Dewan. Majlis mohon terus berdiri.
ini. OUM Perintis Universiti Terbuka yang perdana. Warga penyayang penuh dedikasi mendukung nilai murni. Bersama-sama mencapai kejayaan demi kecemerlangan. OUM Universiti untuk semua.
Sidang hadirin dipersilakan duduk.
Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim, Chancellor. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Ahmad Izani Awang, Presiden dan Naib Chancellor, ahli-ahli Lembaga Gabenor dan Senat Universiti, Div-Div jemputan, para graduan, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian. Selamat datang ke sidang ke-8 Konvokesyen ke-30. Kami merakamkan ucapan terima kasih dan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan atas kehadiran para hadirin bagi menyerikan lagi majlis yang bersejarah ini.
Bacaan doa dipersilakan Dr. Wan Muhammad Ubaidillah bin Wan Abbas.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat sejahtera. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ya Allah ya rabbal alamin. Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa pencipta sekalian alam. Kami bersyukur kepadamu yang telah menciptakan kami sebagai makhluk yang terbaik dan menciptakan alam ini untuk keperluan kami. Ya Allah, Ya Syakur, Ya Alim, kami bersyukur kehadratmu Ya Allah. Kerana dengan izinmu jua maka universiti ini dapat mengadakan Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 ini bagi meraihkan kejayaan pelajar-pelajarnya. Kami juga bersyukur kepadamu kerana dengan limpah kurniamu jua, para graduan telah berjaya mengharungi berbagai rintangan untuk menyempurnakan pengajian sehingga berjaya dan menerima anugerah pada hari ini. Ya Allah, Ya Waliyat Taufiq, kami bermohon ke hadratmu agar memberi petunjuk kepada para graduan supaya mereka dapat bekerja dengan lebih baik dan penuh dedikasi dalam lapangan masing-masing demi untuk kemajuan agama, bangsa dan negara. Ya Allah, Ya Qawi, Ya Aziz, kurniakanlah kekuatan kepada kami warga OUM agar dapat menjalankan amanah ini dengan penuh tekun, sabar dan dedikasi. Satukanlah hati-hati kami serta kuatkan semangat kami untuk terus berjuang dalam memberikan pendidikan sepanjang hayat kepada masyarakat. Ya Allah, jadikan negara kami ini negara yang maju, makmur dan aman damai serta mendapat keredaan-Mu. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Sekian, terima kasih.
Amin, amin, ya Rabbal Alamin. Sidang hadirin yang dihormati, dipersilakan Presiden dan Naib Chancellor yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Ahmad Izani Awang untuk mengumumkan tujuan majlis dan menyampaikan ucapan alu-aluan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbilalamin wa bihi nasta'in. Yang bahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim, Chancellor, yang dihormati ahli-ahli lembaga gubernur dan Senat Universiti, dev-dev jemputan, pengurusan dan staf universiti, para graduan dan keluarga serta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dikasihi sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Selamat datang ke sidang ke-8, sidang terakhir bagi Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia. Tujuan sidang ke-8 Convocation ini adalah untuk menganugerahkan ijazah sarjana, diploma lepasan ijazah dan ijazah sarjana muda kepada 975 graduan daripada 11 program. Pada Convocation kali ini, sejumlah 7,030 graduan disenaraikan di dalam buku Convocation dan ini menjadikan jumlah keseluruhan graduan UUM setakat ini adalah seramai 140,000 orang. Kami seluruh warga UUM berasa amat berbesar hati atas kehadiran Yang Bahagia Tan Sri Chancellor serta para tetamu sekalian. Kehadiran tuan-tuan dan puan-puan bukan sahaja menyerikan majlis ini, malah mencerminkan sokongan berterusan terhadap usaha memperkasa pembelajaran sepanjang hayat di negara kita ini. Pada hari ini, kita meraihkan kejayaan yang tidak datang dengan sendirinya. Sebaliknya, lahir daripada kesungguhan dan pengorbanan para graduan serta seluruh ahli keluarga. Setiap kelas, tugasan, peperiksaan dan segala cabaran yang ditempuh sepanjang pengajian merupakan pelaburan ilmu dan jiwa yang kini telah membuahkan hasil yang cukup manis dan berharga. Dalam dunia yang bergerak serba pantas, ilmu dan kemahiran merupakan aset yang paling bernilai. Saudara-saudari telah membuktikan bahawa sempadan fizikal bukan lagi penghalang untuk mencapai kejayaan, khususnya dalam bidang akademik. Sidang hadirin yang saya hormati sekalian, apa yang dicapai oleh UUM sehingga hari ini mencerminkan keyakinan berterusan masyarakat terhadap UUM sebagai institusi yang menyediakan pendidikan fleksibel dan berkualiti, lantas membolehkan masyarakat meningkatkan pengetahuan dan kelayakan tanpa mengabaikan tanggungjawab hakiki dan keluarga. Pada masa yang sama, sokongan bersemuka terus diperkukuh melalui 35 buah pusat pembelajaran UUM di seluruh negara. Ini bagi memastikan pengalaman pembelajaran yang menyeluruh dan berkesan dapat diberikan. Sesungguhnya UUM bukan sekadar sebuah institusi akademik, tetapi sebuah wadah transformasi sosial, pembuka peluang kepada mereka yang bercita-cita tinggi serta pencetus inspirasi kepada generasi yang akan datang. Sidang hadirin sekalian, sesungguhnya jenama UUM bukan sahaja kukuh di peringkat nasional, malah telah menjangkau ke peringkat antarabangsa. Pelajar dan graduan UUM kini merentasi pelbagai benua, dari Vietnam ke Sri Lanka, ke Bangladesh, hingga ke Ghana, Somalia dan Emirat Arab Satu. Pencapaian terbaru yang membanggakan ialah dengan penubuhan UUM International Center di Astana, Kazakhstan. Ini membuktikan bahawa model pendidikan UUM diyakini di peringkat global, sekaligus menjadi amanah besar untuk terus menyumbang kepada pembangunan modal insan di seluruh dunia. Untuk makluman sidang hadirin, baru-baru ini UUM telah menerima pengiktirafan antarabangsa daripada The Institution of Occupational Safety and Health ataupun IOSH bagi program di peringkat sarjana muda dalam bidang kesihatan pekerjaan dan juga peringkat sarjana dalam kesihatan pekerjaan. keselamatan pekerjaan. Pengiktirafan ini membuktikan program tersebut selaras dengan standard keselamatan dan kesihatan pekerjaan antarabangsa serta memberi nilai tambah kepada pelajar dari aspek kredibiliti profesional, peluang keahlian IOSH, jaringan industri dan juga pembangunan kerjaya dalam bidang keselamatan pekerjaan. Untuk para graduan yang saya kasihi, mulai daripada hari ini, saudara-saudari secara rasminya menjadi sebahagian daripada keluarga besar alumni OUM. Tahniah dan selamat datang. Saya mohon saudara-saudari dapat mengemaskini maklumat peribadi dalam database alumni supaya kita boleh berkongsi sebarang maklumat ataupun perkembangan terkini daripada pihak OUM. Dan jangan lupa untuk follow dan like Facebook OUM kepada yang belum berbuat demikian. Amanah sebagai duta ilmu sudah pasti kini terpikul di bahu saudara-saudari semua. Gunakanlah ilmu yang diperolehi bukan sahaja untuk kemajuan kerjaya, tetapi juga sebagai suluh yang menerangi kehidupan keluarga, masyarakat dan tanah air kita yang tercinta ini. Akhir kata, dalam kegembiraan kita menggenggam segulung ijazah, jangan lupa bahawa menuntut ilmu adalah satu perjalanan yang tiada penghujungnya. Teruslah mencari hikmah dalam kehidupan dan ketahuilah bahawa doa kami sentiasa mengiringi langkah anda agar menjadi insan yang berjaya, sejahtera dan berjasa. Saya ada 2 rangkap pantun untuk saudara-saudari. Anak-anak menanti di rumah, suara mereka menjadi pemangkin. Antara tugasan, antara ramah, hati cekal terus terjalin. Hari Convocation akhirnya menjelma, senyum terukir, salam berjabat. Segulung ijazah bakal diterima menjadi bukti perjuangan yang hebat. Tahniah. Sidang hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, dengan ini sukacita saya mohon izin Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor untuk menyampaikan ucapan serta mengisytiharkan pembukaan sidang ke-8 Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 ini dan seterusnya menganugerahkan diploma lepasan ijazah, sarjana muda dan diploma seperti yang dinyatakan kepada graduan yang tersenarai di dalam buku Convocation. Dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang Berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Ahmad Izani Awang, President Vice Chancellor OUM, members of the University Board of Governors and Senate, Vice Chancellors and University representatives, distinguished guests, and the people that we are honoring today, the graduates and their family members, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terlebih dahulu, marilah kita melafazkan kesyukuran kepada Allah yang Maha Esa kerana dengan limpah karunia-Nya kita dapat meraihkan pencapaian para graduan di Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 OUM ini. Saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini bagi merakamkan terima kasih dan penghargaan kepada pasukan kepimpinan OUM, Presiden Vice Chancellor, pengurusan kanan dan semua warga OUM di atas dedikasi dan usaha gigih menentukan OUM berterusan sebagai pusat kecemerlangan pendidikan tinggi universiti untuk semua. Dear graduates, we gather today to celebrate your success. We have worked very hard for this and deserve all the accolades and congratulations. So congratulations. Please don't forget your loved ones who have helped you along the journey until you achieve the success today. And remember them, your family members, your parents, that enable you to be here today to receive your certificate as a graduate of OUM. OUM graduates are slightly different, not slightly, quite different from the normal university graduates who are normally young. In our case, many of you, or most of you, are adults with family, with children, and therefore you had to face a more challenging journey to get to your graduation today, because you have to balance your work, normal work, together with family responsibilities. Add to that your required time to spend for studies, tests, examinations, and so on. So the fact that you have gone through all this and overcome them is a real success for you, obtained in a more challenging circumstances. So congratulations, you very well deserve it. At this part of my speech, I usually come up with some messages or pesanan for you to reflect upon. Some of these may be familiar to you, but if they are, you can still pass it on to other younger people. The first one is, certainly you know all about this, you're a practitioner, is lifelong learning. Of course, this is one of the pillars of OUM, pembelajaran sepanjang hayat. And the fact that you have working people, you've gone through this thing, you're already practicing lifelong learning. So thank you for that. But I still need to impress that you're quite entitled to be relieved after getting the certificate, to say, relax, I'm well over now, all these exams, all the tests, I can now relax. Actually, in this environment today, you cannot relax. Okay, for a couple of days maybe, but you have to continue the learning process, which is lifetime. Henry Ford of Ford Motors said many years ago, maybe 60 years ago, already said, you're old if you have stopped learning, whether you're 20 or 80 years old. And one good example of ours is Tun M. He left as a prime minister and then came back after 12 years as a prime minister. And I can see that when the first day in office, after coming back 12 years, it's as if he never left the office. Because all that time, 12 years, he kept on learning, knowledgeable about what's going on. That's a learning process. So that he's up to date on everything. You can straight away discuss about what you want. Politics, international events, technological advancement, semua boleh. And he'll be 101 in July coming up. So you see, it is a fact that if you continue learning, it makes you live longer as well. Besides, I suppose when you do that, learning, you're knowledgeable, you're only learning about something, interested about something, keeps you alive. Otherwise, you fade away. You get interested in many things once you keep on learning, acquiring knowledge. And these days, this is no longer a choice. Lifelong learning is no longer a choice because things change very fast. In my time, whatever I learned does not change for 20, 30 years. It's still the same content, still the same textbook. Not today. I don't know how teachers manage, but textbooks, they cannot last long because you've got new ways of doing things. Of course, the era of technology and digital thing is completely a different type of thing. So there is a need for you to keep up with this, be up to date. If not, you'll be left behind. And leaving behind means far behind because things move so fast. The others are keeping up, moving much faster. Because these days, things move so fast. They don't change by the year, they change by the months, by the weeks. So it's important, this is no longer a choice. You need to keep on learning, acquiring more knowledge and more skills. Of course, adding knowledge, skills to yourself is also adding value, because other than the basic qualification, others will also be acquiring more additional knowledge. You have to do the same. Add things to your knowledge, your certificate, and that's it through acquiring more knowledge, information about other things to add to your certificate. That's how you add value to yourself, to your family, to the company, to the country, and how it can become, we all can become a knowledge-based economy through knowledge. And everybody has to keep acquiring knowledge, otherwise we won't get there. I have to still today attend lectures, talks, read articles about so many new things, new words that is not there before. Some of these words come up from new technology. For example, on the digital space, you got cybersecurity, AI, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, cloud computing, all this sort of thing, ESG. So unless you really go into it, you won't know what it is. And if you don't know, you will be left behind. Because these are the things that's happening around you today. It will affect everybody. Whatever you're doing, whatever courses you're doing, different subject, but affect everybody. So what type of thing can you learn? Anything at all. Knowledge is knowledge. Skills is skill. If you don't have it before, it's a plus. Whatever you do. It can be languages. One example may be Chinese. They'll be number one economy in the world before long, overtaking the US. And the yuan, the currency, will be probably more used than the US dollar. And they're investing all over the world. In Malaysia, you can see them everywhere. In the industries, they are there. Coffee shops, even retail shops now, coffee shop one, plenty from China. Retail shops, small shops. Already a challenge to us in terms of competition with our small shops. So they're here. So knowledge of their language will be advantageous. And how we relate with them, how we partner with them probably in the future, we have ease of communicating with them. Even without China, and here in Malaysia, Chinese language is very useful to us in our community. Our Chinese Malaysians, we know you're Chinese language, you can be having very good relationships with them. In the private sector, of course they're everywhere. Whatever you do there, the business world, private sector, they're there. If you can speak Chinese, wow. You get along very well with them. Good relationship, big advantage. So even that, for a start, is good enough for you to learn that language. But you can learn other things. You can learn Arabic, other things. I suggest you also learn something about AI. I don't know anything about it, but I want to know. There are short courses to interest you. You must get yourself interested in it, to know what is the best way forward with AI, how can you take advantage of it, make use of it as a tool for you to advance forward. Some of you are already experiencing that. You research for your PhD or what, you're acquiring data, information. It will take you weeks or months to get the information if you go to the library, find the books. Got to find the books first, if there are. This one, you press the button there, in a few seconds you get everything. All the books you want, they know, they list it out. All the data, you want information, all there. There's no need for you to do that spend all my stuff. So that is already, I think, being used by our people for the research work, gathering data. What else can you do? There must be many, many more things. Look at it as a tool that will be a benefit to you. Something like that line, no harm. At least when you go to the job, you have some knowledge of AI, understanding of it, and maybe that's coming into the organization where you're working, then you will have an advantage. Anyway, it's going to affect everybody. You might as well know something about it and benefit from it rather than run away. For example, there can be other subjects as well. Later on talking about soft skills, like how to learn to do public speaking. You can learn that in 2 or 3 lessons, that's all. If you're nervous about that, but it helps you. In your discussion, conversations, you participate. Otherwise, you're too shy to speak up. And it's a loss to everybody because you have the information, you know what is the answer, but you're shy to speak up. But once you can do that, then your relationship is better. You can communicate. That gives you other advantages. It becomes a real skill then, and a plus. It helps you in whatever you're doing. When you can speak and converse with everybody, all right. That's something you might want to do. Okay, that's acquiring knowledge through lifelong learning. But what is the best avenue of getting all this knowledge? The answer is through the English language. Because the English language has 80% of the world's knowledge can be accessed through the English language. You look at other languages, they don't cover the length and breadth of what English language covers. It's everywhere. Of course, it's the international language, language of business, everything. So, and the world's very competitive, borderless world. But even without those foreign countries, within Malaysia, I'm talking the private sector, it's very competitive. So competitiveness is there. So you have to be competitive yourself. And to be that competitive, you have to be knowledgeable, add to these skills. Among them are the soft skills later will come to, including communication, relationship, and speaking, be able to discuss comfortably. Unfortunately, in Malaysia, the education system has let us down, actually. I think maybe I lost maybe 1, 2 generations of young people suffer because of this. It's not their fault, it's the system. We don't emphasize on language. We emphasize bahasa. Of course, bahasa is important. But equally important in this world, competitive world, is the English language. Equally. And Sarawak has done the right thing. They started already dual language in the schools. In a few years, they'll be producing better quality, more competitive students and graduates. It's natural. But here, there's a handicap. They try to reform here and there, but not very radical. Increase number of hours for the English lesson, and then they cut it down, compulsory certain subjects, and then optional, things like that. Every leader that comes to power says, I will reform the education system. But now, 20 years later, there's some effort, but it's not a radical change. Why? They know the problems. Also, they know the solution, how to do it, they know. But they can't implement it because of politics. Masses out there, they want bahasa everywhere, pro. I believe not just there, down there, even some officials, I think, stand in the ground, So implementation becomes very difficult. There's a resistance. So we still have to wait for the reform. It will come, hopefully, sooner than later, I hope. But in the meantime, what do we do? I think we have to tell our young people, look, you have to supplement this content that you have in the school with your own effort. Read more English novels, see English movies and all this, converse in English, things like that. That will, main thing is to get them interested in the language. If they're interested, of course, they find things to read and all that, and learn poetry, Shakespeare, there's more depth to it. So look at this language as a tool as well. Just like the AI, a tool for you to progress forward, for you to learn, to acquire knowledge, to benefit you. Because other people are using it and they're benefiting from it. If you don't, you're handicapped. In the private sector in Malaysia, you have fierce competition from graduates who are from private universities, English medium, those who come back from overseas, English medium. So in the private sector, if you're not proficient, you won't get a job because there's a lot of people they can choose from. I know in the banking industry is the same thing. We have to choose the most proficient people because we are competing in a very fierce market. So all people have to be proficient. They can be conversing, they can be doing, understand everything. Everything is in English anyway. When you're in business, in banking also, it's all in English. Of course, we get letters from the government, certain items in Malay. Of course, we reply Malay, but everyday thing is English. Internationally, English. So, in the private sector, if some of you are going that way, be proficient. Otherwise, so difficult for you out there. Competition very great. I know this. And it's been the cause of complaint from employers also. Even examiners, in universities and colleges, whatever. I'm president of Chartered Bankers. The examiners complain always, what is the problem? Proficiency English language. So the pass exam is also susah, the private sector. Okay, I think that's lifelong learning, and for that you need English proficiency. Now we come to, you have your certificate. You can be sighing a sigh of relief. I've done everything. I've got my certificate. I'm ready for the world. I'll be an asset to everybody, country also. Fine, I think that should be the vision of everyone, to be an asset to the country, to the family. But you can't get there without being a person of a rounded personality, rounded character. Meaning, you must have together with that fundamental good values to start with. Good values. Some of the fundamental good values we take for granted is things like accountability. For whatever you do, you're accountable, not blaming somebody else. I think Trump does that. Anything goes wrong, somebody else. Honesty, responsibility. You take on something, you're responsible for it. Do your best. This is where the culture of excellence comes in. Whatever you're doing, whatever is given to you, do it the best you can, whatever it is. There's a responsibility for that. I think all the people here who are responsible for this occasion. They have so many things they have to make sure. They're responsible to ensure that everybody is registered, who are coming, who are not coming. All the facilities are ready. all the examiners, semua dah buat. Results have been checked, okay. Banyak. Then this question, about the timing must be right. Responsibility, each of them. And they work in so many committees. They're responsible, each committee is responsible for this, for that. They have to get it done. They're responsible for that. If they don't get it done, the whole thing doesn't work. There will be gaps here, gaps there, delays here, delays there. So responsibility is also a basic, fundamental value. Humility is also a value, a good value. You're arrogant, you push your weight around, In the office, you look on down, the junior people, you push them around, bully them, all this. That is terrible, that's negative. Negative to everybody. Person like that will never get the support, cooperation. So if you're arrogant, that's one quality that you don't want. You want to be one of them. You do work together as a team. We did this, we did all this, not I. Then don't talk down to the people. Everybody's got their own status. Everybody's got their own strength. So humility. When you say good morning to the boss, say good morning to the janitor as well, the cleaner, why not? Same good morning, same good morning. No preference. You only say good morning to the boss, down you ignore every day. That's not humility. You think you're superior. What? Superior in what? You are a specialist, expert in one thing. That's it. Another simple thing to grow a flower nicely, big hibiscus flower, rose. Tak boleh. The gardener can, very well. So, what's so special about your thing? You can only do one thing well. In this whole world, so many other things. So why be so proud? Why you look down on other people? So this attitude, humility, should be there. I think Malaysians are pretty good in this area. Our culture is such that we are quite humble, I think. We respect elders. We show that. We respect people. We're very friendly. I know most of us will look at strangers first. We don't treat them with suspicion. We first accept them. Until they hurt us, then okay lah, tak mau. Next time we don't want to mix. I'm like that. Sometimes you accept. Then they don't treat you well. Then you find out, oh, okay, this fellow is not the person. Okay, next day we. But we are naturally soft like that. Okay, that's being humble, humility. You're not hurting anyone. You might hurt yourself a little bit. But that's one of the fundamental value. Then I'd like to add this soft skills, which is not taught in university content. And this is something I would think in the future more valuable than certificate. All the certificate professionals, all that, doctors, lawyers, the AI can repeat what they do better also. Can do it much faster, get all the facts, everything, boom. What they cannot do is to replicate our human feelings, our human emotion, like what I mentioned just now. Your humility, your friendliness, you're working as a team, all this is human nature, human feeling. They cannot replicate that. So in the future, these qualities may be more valuable than the certificate. Certificate is something it can be replicated by the robot in a much better way, faster way. This one, they cannot. Maybe the robot can grow the process, but not that good. They don't have the hand skill, everything else involved there. Or the chef cooking the dish in the right proportion, mixture, is his human touch. Chef. Among other things, like, there's so many other things that the soft skill that will hopefully will be with us as a value. The other thing, like soft skill, is the relationship. This is combined with communication. I mentioned it earlier. Relationship will get you a long ways in the public sector, especially. A good relationship with people, you can build up that relationship and will have you give an advantage when dealing with competition, contract, because you have a relationship with the less decision maker. Somehow you get to know him or her through social mixing. You have to pick the right grouping. If that is your target, you can do it. Play golf or not. There's one story where this chap been trying to get a contract with this big company. He's been trying for a long time. One day he went in, he noticed the shoemaker collecting stamps for his granddaughter. He said, "What?" So after that, every visit he'll bring along collection of stamps, we get from maybe or whatever. Wow, after that, this relationship. And after that, he got all the contracts over other people. So relationship. Another one is a Genting casino. Big deal, that one. Everybody wants a casino. But Ling Gotong, I know him, can't speak English, can't speak Malay, only Bahasa Malay, Uruguay, and like that. Yet he got a license because he built a relationship with Tunku Abdurrahman that time as the first Prime Minister. I think he was a contractor, building roads. I suppose he did a good job there. So through that, he have come known to Tunku and say, wow, this fella we can build roads and all that. But the relationship gives him that edge, although there are many others competing. So important, relationship. But that one, to build a relationship, you need also not that way, but you need the communicative skill, communication. So you'll be able to converse, things like that. But public speaking will help because then you're able to discuss things, not nervous, be more upfront, because you're able to communicate well. I think friendliness, okay. I think we are, Malaysia is all very friendly. That's one skill. Teamwork, I think I mentioned teamwork. You have to be willing to work as part of a team, going together, and share the credit. Debit also have to share losses. So, but at least you share. It's not always I, it's always we. Part of the team. You can join anyone, easily become part of the team because you're naturally willing to do it, work together. That's a plus, that's a skill. Yeah, I think I mentioned about respectfulness. I think arrogance is one thing, but respectfulness comes with it. To respect people as what they are, as they are, wherever they are, up or down. The last part here I will cover is on being diligent. In other words, being diligent, being hardworking, being motivated. You cannot avoid having to work hard. You know, you just saying, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to be that. Without working hard, you won't get there. You can sit back, relax, and expect things to come to you. The Chinese say, though you can't sit in a chair, open your mouth, and expect the food to fly in. You've got to get up in your chair, do something to get that food. So, the mentality, attitude should be, you have to work. There is no choice. Hard work. You don't want to work hard, you will not succeed because there are all the other people, they're working hard. one consolation for this is I'm just working hard because like me, people say me I'm workaholic and all that. But when they tell me that, it takes time for it to sink in because I say I'm not a workaholic. I don't feel like working hard because I'm doing something that I'm interested in, or passion for it. So every day is looking forward to doing something or correcting something. It's not hard work. Certainly there are days when you really work very hard, days and days. But it's not hard work. Similarly, I think teachers, today a lot of teachers, I think you will find that less of a problem. You'll probably find that your profession of teaching young people is more of a joy, less of hard work. Even though it's hard work, you won't feel it that much. Because your passion, you want to be a teacher, not because you want to make money, that's not the place. You want to be a teacher because you want to teach the young people, be somebody who can influence their future, things like that. So I suggest that for you try looking for jobs in the private sector especially, try to find something you like or interested in, or get interested in, then the thing doesn't become like hard work. For example, if you join a big company, tobacco company, international, good pay, after a few months you think, oh my God, this company makes cigarettes, give lung cancer to people, people die, and it's not for me, I don't like it. So you don't like it, every day becomes hard work. You go to the office, it's tough because you just don't like it. But if a company is doing something that you agree with, they're producing things that are useful to people, and it's okay with you, that's okay. Or something else where actually you're passionate, like teaching, you're passionate, you join the teaching school and all this, that's great. So try to do that. But if it's the wrong thing, you can always leave, get another one, try another one. All right. The last thing on value, it should be the first thing on values, is corruption. Corruption is very fundamental value. And for us in Malaysia, it's terrible. We're one of the worst countries in the world for corruption. The biggest amount ever stolen from a country is Malaysia, 1 MDB, a world record. Singapore, our closest neighbor, is one of the cleanest in the world. And it's quite surprising because Singaporean and Malaysia were the same. We split before, same people, same culture, same everything, and yet they're so clean. Only because they have zero tolerance for corruption. And they implement it very strictly. You remember recently their senior minister, Eswaran, was arrested at jail because he took a few free tickets, I think maybe flights as well, to go to London to watch football matches with some stage shows. That's it. No millions, no bill, nothing. Just that. Singapore will not tolerate anybody, whoever it is, maybe small things even, and they will teach a lesson every time. So that scares everybody off. That's why they're so clean. I think Malaysia, we have all the rules, all the laws, but implementation is the issue. Now we see some cases coming up, which is good, but there are much, much more to go. Many cases out there. Hope some of them will be taken up. Some will go free. I don't know. Not small, some of these are very big. That's our culture. And it's from the top to the bottom. Look at the case of KLIA, where there's special lane. One lane where there's no checks at all, no document, nothing. People coming in can be criminals, can be bringing disease. They've been doing it for years. Special lane. Maybe a few 100,000 people have come in on that. That's people. What about drugs? What about going out of the country? This oil, cheap oil of ours, not in tankers, small tankers, but in ships tankers, big. Close one eye, close two eyes. So corruption can really drain our country. We can go down the drain. Look at Venezuela, such a rich country with oil. Yet, today they're very poor. So a few other countries we can quote also. And more normally because of politics. So, we used to be very proud to say, Malaysia boleh. But now it's more like, in Malaysia, semua pun boleh. Semua pun boleh. How can that be? How can that be? How can that happen? How can? Sure can. With bribery, with corruption, anything can. Semua pun boleh. And you just, this from the top to the bottom, because from the top does it, everybody down the line. Even a simple clerk, he got authority. His authority is to collect the incoming letter and make sure it goes up. Now you can delay that. You want to move your letter up, the next step usually might take 1 or 2 days. Yours might be 2-3 weeks, or maybe a month until you get something, That's a simple thing. And you go up further, even worse, the bigger the decision. But it's in the blood. It's like a disease, Pandemic, they call it. Pandemic. Because everybody does it. It must be okay. A few years ago, a survey was done on our local universities, 2 local universities. The question is, will you give a bribe? Will you accept a bribe? The outcome was bad. Mujirtu says, it's okay. Today, we do the same survey. I think the answers will be worse because since there are so many other cases, even bigger amounts. Okay, it's okay. So down the line, you can see salary earners. Salary earners. I demonstrate one example of the power, even at the bottom, the delay the letter, power. Further up, decision on small contract, power juga. Wherever they have this opportunity to be corrupt. So how come salary earners, monthly salary earners, you can see some of them, they can afford houses, not one, a few, afford luxury cars, have annual trip with their family overseas. How can? And they're not shy about it. They flaunt their wealth. Malu apa? Malu apa? Becoming standard comment. No, tak malu. It's not a shame anymore. So what do? I think we hope that the system will catch more and more people, enough to be a deterrent. But you have to be in this justice system. You must be just to everybody. No, some get that treatment, some don't get it. Some get it, some don't. Some get away. And we know, public knows what and what. So that's to be a fair thing. Must be fairly applied. We know some of the big figures still running around, okay. But it's not a good reflection. And it's not a good message to anybody. Okay. I think that's the last part on value. But that item, corruption, we can talk about all day. There's no easy solution for us. Next one, as I mentioned earlier, OUM graduates are quite different in the way that many of you, or most of you, are matured adults with families, with children. So, I'll talk about health now. Health for you is not something in the future. It's now, it's now you got to be. Now you got to be conscious, be aware, because I'm talking about diabetes later. You got to be aware because it's on you. And this diabetes is now affecting younger and younger people. So more and more people are getting diabetes. We're the worst country, at first in Southeast Asia, now it is in the Western Pacific region, bigger area, the worst. Diabetes. Not getting better. And the statisticians say these figures is more than that because many have not checked. They never check. And with diabetes, you feel good. There's no symptoms. You feel good all the time. So you always do what you do. Like, I'm feeling okay. I can continue my eating habits and so on. But you should now take care. It's quite easy into diabetes. You just measure your sugar content in the blood. And you can buy this instrument in the chemist shop, a few dollars. And the pinprick will determine how much sugar you have in your blood. That's all. You go over a certain line, too much over, you got to be very careful. That's all, you know. It won't take a few seconds. I do it very regularly. Just that. At least gives you a warning. Even you feel okay, you feel good, still do it. Just check. I'm talking about diabetes because I got 4 siblings who died because of diabetes. 2 are doctors. Because it's a very tricky disease. Once you get it, you have to take medicine, also medicine, this and that, and then it affects your heart after that, and then you die. You may be taking this treatment, dialysis, maybe lasting for years, but that one is it is not something that it is irreversible. You cannot get it better. You know, it's maintaining like that. Costs a lot of money. So instead of an asset, you being an asset to the family, yourself, the company, everything, you are a liability. Just because you don't take care of your health. All the sacrifices, exams, wasted. So please, this is just a reminder. Quite simple. There's no tests, no exams, no sacrifices. Just be cautious what you eat. I think our, of course, Malaysian diet, they're all pointing to diabetes lah. Everything that we like is it's pointing to that because rice lah, sugar lah, all this. Which is our diet. We have to be conscious and be in control. At least take less of it or something like that. Something like that. And of course, exercise. Now, tied with this diabetes is obesity. That is we are more inclined to be getting diabetes. We are obese. And we are also the same ranking there in the region. Okay, that is all about the health for our graduates, the mature with the families especially. But even for the younger ones, please note now the age is coming down. Some people, even their 20s and 30s, are getting diabetes early. So no harm in being conscious. All right, today we have most of our graduates are teachers. And I, of course, very much attached to this teaching because my mother was a teacher all her life, and she had 13 children to educate. And my father was a clerk, so it's a tough journey for her to see us all through the process until we qualify as graduates and so on. So she is a role model for me. She's my only mentor. For whatever it is, she shows resilience, stamina, determination, all that, and good values, all that. So that's my idol, a teacher. So teachers, I admire you as a profession. You're not there to make money. You're there because of your passion, your interest in making sure young people, all these your teachers, all your students at the level where they will begin their journey. And you have the opportunity to make sure they go on to the journey in the right way, develop in the right way. you have that opportunity, especially for the younger students. You can see them face to face every day, more than the parents also, face to face, and then you can see their development. And you know, at that age, they can swallow everything you say. Whatever you say to them is gospel truth, you know. So you can have that influence to guide them in the right way. And so I think it's a wonderful profession. It's a noble profession. And I think you wouldn't have that problem too much about hard work. So you enjoy it, like what you're doing, and I think you find it's a happy career. So thank you very much, teachers. I'm glad that you are contributing to the journey, all of you. As they say, teaching is the mother of all professions. Yeah, whoever you are, whatever you do, you start off with being taught in school. Doesn't matter who. At the end of the day, they all remember the teachers. Who said this, who said that, how they helped me to think otherwise, think better. They will remember. You might not remember them, but they will remember you. 20, 30 years later, they will remember you. I remember my teacher. Because I'm talking about inspiration. Teacher can inspire the students. In my case, I'm attending Methodist Boys School, Sentul, which is a small school, and our English language standard was not that high. So one year we had a teacher from Methodist school, so we had a missionary teacher, Harvard or Yale graduate, in the 20s, quite young. Anyway, he's doing our English language subject, and correcting my essay one day, he wrote one sentence only, one sentence. You write like Ernest Hemingway. I don't know who Ernest Hemingway was. Of course, today I can go to the ChatGPT, Ernest Hemingway, everything will come out. All the books that he wrote, whatever data you want. That time I got to go to find a library to find the books about him. Only available one was the USIS library, I think. Anyway, I got all the books that he wrote, all the novels that he wrote, and that led me to the path of enjoying to read novels and all that, improve my English proficiency tremendously. Just that one sentence, you know. I don't think he knows this, although I remember him, Richard Babcock. I never told him that. I wish I did, like, you know, but later on. But that's all he did. But it's enough. It's enough for me. Because he put me there. I love reading the novels. Then I began reading all sorts of things. My English improved, just like that. Similarly, for you, teachers, inspiring the young people, I think will be one of the things that you can do. So you face them every day. By the way, I want to read to you this saying by someone. The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires. You can make all these three, there's no problem. But if some of you can become the great teacher, inspiring the young people, you don't have to inspire the whole class. If you can, it's great. You get a few of them, get in the right way, that will be great already. And you have the opportunity, every day you can see them, you can find out, for example, what is their interest, what is their strengths, what is their talent. Then you maybe push them, direct them in that direction, you know, like my teacher did. Oh, you're like this fellow. So for them, if their passion is something, then you can say, well, like this hero or heroine, what they are, they can recognize them. Even they know, they can find out who you're talking about, like what I did. Just like that. Encourage them to pursue their interest, pursue their passion, pursue their particular talent. I think that will be one way that what I can think of for the moment. But you have that opportunity, it's great. My last thing for teachers, I have here a very nice poem, anonymous one, in praise of your profession of teachers. As I say, is a good profession, noble profession. That's what it says. Yeah? When God created teachers, He gave us special friends to help us understand this world and truly comprehend the beauty and the wonder of everything we see and become a better person with each discovery. When God created teachers, He gave us special guides to show us ways in which to grow so we can all decide how to live, how to do, and what is right and what is wrong, and lead us so that we can lead and learn how to be strong. When God created teachers, in His wisdom and His grace, was to help us to learn how to make our world a better, wiser place. So that's you, teachers. Great. All the best. Thank you. That's it. Once more, congratulations to all of you, graduates. I wish you a very bright future. But don't forget, keep learning, practice good values, stay healthy, and inspire others. Thank you. A few days ago, Sunday, was Mother's Day. So I think it's still appropriate to remember our mothers. My mother, your mother, all mothers, what they do, they are the sacrifices to ensure that we all get to where we are today. But today, especially for the mothers who are here in witnessing their children graduate from UM with a certificate for their efforts. So you'll be hearing this song, Ibu, to recognize the mother's effort, to say thank you to them. So terima kasih Ibu-Ibu, especially those who are here. But please, lagu Ibu, tapi don't forget, there is the father, there is the ayah, who equally did all the justice as well to ensure that you get to where we are today. Thank you. Okay. Now the serious business. Dengan lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya mengisytiharkan Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia bersidang semula. Dengan kuasa yang ada pada saya menganugerahkan diploma lepasan ijazah, sarjana muda dan diploma seperti yang dinyatakan pada graduan. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Majlis diteruskan dengan persembahan khas video nyanyian daripada Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor bersama Orkestra Simfoni Universiti Malaya di Dewan Philharmonic Petronas Kuala Lumpur. Hadirin dimohon terus berada di tempat duduk.
Di setiap manusia ada tempat istimewa, menjelmanya kasih suci yang tidak ada bandingannya. Kasih ini murni tak terhingga. Andai kata ibu tiada, daku berasa tak bahagia. Ibu, this song is dedicated to all mothers. My mother, your mother. If you're a mother, to you. All the sacrifices they made to enable us to be who we are, what we are today. Ibu. Ibulah ratu hatiku. Bila aku berduka, ibu hiburkan selalu. Ibulah ratu hatiku yang tak dapat ku lupakan. Tiap waktu betapa tidak, hanya ibulah yang menyinari hidupku sepanjang masa. Ibu berkorban, tidak putusnya bagai air lalu. Ibulah ratu hatiku, tempatku menyerah kasih. Wahai ibu, betapa tidak, hanya ibulah yang menyinari hidup sepanjang masa. Ibu berkorban, tidak putusnya bagai air lalu. Betapa tidak, hanya ibulah yang menyinari hidupku sepanjang masa. Ibu berkorban, tidak putusnya bagai air lalu. Ibulah ratu hatiku, tempat ku menyerah kasih. Wahai ibu, ibu. Terima kasih Tan Sri P. Ramli lagu dia.
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan Diploma Lepasan Ijazah, Sarjana Muda dan Diploma dipersilakan Presiden dan Naib Chancellor serta Dekan Fakulti Pendidikan Profesor Madya Dr. Mahani Abdul Malik.
Diploma Lepasan Ijazah, Sarjana Muda dan Diploma daripada Fakulti Pendidikan.
Diploma Lepasan Ijazah dalam Pengajaran. Abdul Qayyum bin Jaafar. Ain Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Muhammad Sherhan. Angeline Gosten Wan. Akbar Iqmal bin Anwar. Al-Said bin Utuh Karah. Dahlia Murni binti Muhammad Noor. Fatin Farzana binti Zulkifli. Fatin Najiha binti Abdul Hamid. Fazlina binti Abdul Rahman. Hakim Fatih bin Hamzah. Hasanah Hamidah binti Suhaimi. Kawitra anak perempuan K. Paramasivan. Nur Aisyah Syazana binti Stopa. Siti Nur Asniza binti Rahadi. Siti Nur Atika binti Sulung. Siti Nur Syafinas binti Muhammad Noor. Siti Rosmimi Wahida binti Roslan. Suguna anak perempuan Murugaya. Sulhi Akila binti Sazri. Sumaya binti Mazlan. Syaidatul Azrin Aini binti Syamsuddin. Syajida binti Muhammad Suharin. Syamira binti Yahya. Sharifah Khairul Baria binti Ahmad Daud. Sharifah Nur Anisa binti Said Abdul Karim. Syaza Amani binti Nawawi. Syaza Shazlin binti Jamhuri. Shazlin binti Abdullah Elias Samsudin. Shazmira Anissa binti Sobri. Shazni Najiha binti Jamal. Syed Abdul Wahid Kushairi bin Syed Ahmad Johari. Tate Wayne anak Basil Kevin. Tia Yuan Zin. Tengku Fatin Syafika binti Tengku Syahril. Sarishini, anak perempuan Tanah Balasingam. Tifiniza, anak Jaul. Tuan Nurzianti binti Tuan Syukri. Tuan Nurul Izzah binti Tuan Yusof. Tunku Nur Afifah Afini binti Tunku Kamaruzzaman. Umi Farhana binti Baharudin. Umi Umira binti Merullah. Umi Aida binti Muhammad Fazil. Umi Fayada binti Ibrahim. Umi Kaltum binti Ilyas. Umrah Sumina binti Muhammad Telidi. Vani, anak perempuan Kanapiran. Vanessa Ruren Joseph. Victoria, anak Dennis. Wafa Fawaz binti Zulkifli. Wan Afifah Alia binti Wan Husin. Wan Ainul Syafika binti Wan Nur Azman. Wan Anis Sahira binti Wan Ishak. Wan Anis Yasmin binti Wan Muhammad. Wan Fatia Noratira binti Wan Nudri. Wan Janatun Adnina binti Wan Ahmad Sirajuddin. Wan Muhammad Zare bin Wan Zain. Wan Muhammad Arif Aiman bin Wan Nik. Wan Nabila Farahin binti Ibrahim. Wan Nur Halida binti Wan Uthman. Wan Nur Alia binti Wan Muhammad Azan. Wan Nur Amira binti Wan Muhammad Azmi. Wan Nur Atira binti Wan Ibrahim. Wan Nur Azlin binti Wan Arifin. Wan Nur Fakiha binti Abdul Karim. Wan Nur Ifa binti Wan Nazri. Wan Nur Shazwana binti Wan Ismail. Wan Nur Liana binti Wan Zamri. Wan Nurul Hidayatul Izzah binti Wan Nur. Wan Putri Nabila binti Wan Muhammad Tahir. Wan Kanita Najaha binti Wan Saleh. Wan Saidatul Nasiha binti Wan Maizon. Wan Shazlin binti Wan Saidi. Wan Sofiatun Mudla binti Wan Muhammad Marzuki. Wan Sharfa Syafika binti Amin Rahim, Wani Wahida binti Azman, We Choose You, Widat Najiha binti Adanan, Yasmin Syamimi binti Abdullah alias Ramli, Yusnaini binti Yunus, Zaratul Izzati binti Ahmad Zubaidi, Zaidatul Ada Adira binti Cik Ibrahim, Zainah Awatif binti Muhammad Zuki, Zakira Imana binti Zulkifli, Zalika Azrin binti Abdul Manan, Zanjabila binti Nudin, Zarin binti Zawawi, Zarina binti Ibrahim, Zorifa Hafzan binti Roslan, Zubaidatul Ainun binti Hussein, Zulaika Sya'ari, Zunur Farhana binti Zainuddin, Zuriati Ilyani binti Muhammad Nizam, Abdul Manan bin Abdul Halim, Ahmad Ashraf bin Muhammad Khairuddin, Ahmad Syafiq bin Zuki, Ainul Imanina binti Muhammad Azhan, Azimah Hanun binti Mas'ud, Siti Nur Aisyah binti Yusuf, Siti Nurizati binti Saloji, Siti Nur Nadia binti Mat Pandi, Siti Nur Sabira binti Muhammad Sabri, Siti Saraliana binti Roslan, Siti Syafika binti Taufik Suhaimi, Siti Suhaida binti Mahtar, Siti Suzila binti Ismail, Stephanie Liu, Suhaila binti Ahmad, Suhaila binti Syamsuddin, Suhaita binti Suhaimi, Suriza binti Yusuf, Suzila binti Ismail, Suzila binti Anja, Syafiqah Suhaila binti Suhailin, Syarah Nur Hazwani binti Sazlan, Syaza Alia binti Masri, Syifa binti Alauddin, Syuhaili binti Yahya, Tengku Teizian Iliana binti Tengku Kajaki, Tivyashni anak perempuan Bupati, Tracy Jane Chonahap, Tuan Nur Iliana Natasha binti Tuan Abdullah, Tuan Rosmini binti Tuan Soh, Umi Qayyum bin Abdul Saad, Umi Nadia binti Ali, Umira binti Muhammad Yusuf, Vikneshwaran anak lelaki Gnana Segaran, Walkalin Febri anak Lin Lajang, Wan Amjad Fakri bin Wan Azmi, Wan Farida binti Wan Mustafa, Wan Fatnin Akila binti Wan Azmi, Wan Ilya Dayana binti Wan Yaakob, Wan Muhammad Adam bin Azmi, Wan Nasirul Nazhan bin Wan Razali, Wan Nur Atika binti Wan Muhammad Faisal, Wan Nur Khairani binti Wan Razali, Wan Nur Ain Sabrina binti Wan Zamri, Wan Nur Nafisa binti Wan Muhammad Tarmizi, Wan Nur Iddina Husna binti Wan Roslan, Wan Nur Naziha binti Wan Hanafi, Wan Nur Syafiqah binti Wan Zin, Wan Nurul Afika binti Zainuddin, Wan Nurul Hazwani binti Wan Hasmi, Wan Kuratu Marsha binti Wan Zul Majdi, Wan Zunur Ain Aimi binti Wan Zunu Anis, Welda Matthew, Welni Priscilla John, Wizni Wilson, Yoga Prita anak perempuan Tiagarajan, Yusni binti Muhammad Alvar, Zafira binti Zul Nuraini, Zahidatul Hanisa binti Abdullah,
Terima kasih. Majlis diteruskan dengan persembahan multimedia. Hadirin dimohon untuk terus berada di tempat duduk.
Ilmu pengetahuan adalah lautan tanpa tepi dan pendidikan merupakan sebuah pengembaraan universal merentas batasan usia dan masa. Pada Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30, Open University Malaysia melakar satu lagi detik bersejarah dengan permasyuran Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim sebagai Chancellor OUM yang ketiga. Dibesarkan di kampung baru dalam keluarga 13 beradik, ketabahan hidup beliau dibentuk oleh didikan ibunya. Allahyarhamah Hajah Zabidah Syahid merupakan seorang pendidik dan penerima anugerah Ibu Mithali. Daripada didikan tersebut, lahir satu pegangan bahawa pendidikan ialah kunci yang mampu mengubah takdir kehidupan. Pegangan inilah yang menjadi asas kepada beliau dalam memartabatkan pembangunan pendidikan negara. Kepada umum, beliau dikenali sebagai ikon perbankan terkemuka. Namun bagi OUM, beliau adalah adiwira pendidikan. Berkhidmat sebagai Pro-Chancellor sejak tahun 2005, Tan Sri Azman Hashim telah membuktikan komitmennya sejiwa dengan nadi kita, Universiti untuk semua. Selama lebih 2 dekad, Tan Sri Azman Hashim telah menganugerahkan ijazah kepada lebih 140,000 graduan dan tangan inilah dengan penuh takzim mengalungkan penghormatan buat graduan tertua kita yang berusia 90 tahun dan graduan kurang upaya. Ternyata bagi beliau tiada batasan usia maupun fizikal dalam mencari ilmu. Kehadiran dan ucapan beliau di pentas Konvokesyen sentiasa menjadi nadi yang menyuntik inspirasi buat ribuan graduan OUM. Reputasi beliau dalam sektor korporat telah berjaya melonjakkan profil dan kredibiliti OUM di mata industri.
My heartiest congratulations to you and your loved ones who will help you achieve this success today. Please remember the sacrifices your family members, your spouse, parents have made to enable you to graduate and receive your scroll today.
Harapan kami, di bawah payung kepimpinan beliau, OUM akan terus memacu agenda mendemokrasikan pendidikan, menyuntik inspirasi buat warga kerja dan melahirkan graduan yang cemerlang. Peralihan tampuk pimpinan tertinggi ini adalah lambang kesinambungan yang ditinggalkan oleh Chancellor pertama, Allahyarhamah Tun Indun Mahmud dan Chancellor kedua, Tun Jin Abdullah. Hari ini melakar satu lagi lipatan sejarah manis buat kita semua. Kami yakin di bawah naungan Tan Sri, falsafah pendidikan sepanjang hayat akan terus teguh berakar. Selamat datang, bersama kita angkat martabat pendidikan kerana di OUM, pendidikan adalah untuk semua, selamanya. Setinggi-tinggi tahniah permasyuran Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim sebagai Chancellor ketiga.
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor.
Zahra binti Zulnuraini. Zaiman bin Muhammad. Zainab binti Zahari. Zakia Hanis binti Zakaria, Zarifah Sahira binti Hasan, Zatil Hadila binti Abdul Holid, Zatil Hidayah binti Ahmad, Zulaika binti Zulkifli,
Sarjana Muda Pendidikan Pentadbiran Pendidikan dengan Kepujian,
Subashini anak perempuan Gunasekaran,
Sarjana Muda Pendidikan Awal Kanak-kanak dengan Kepujian,
Azhani binti Mat Hashim, Erna binti Amran, Marzurina binti Alisa, Nur Fazulila binti Abdullah, Nur Aini binti Darjo, Nur Azima binti Norizan, Nur Fatma Asya binti Ismail, Nur Hidayah binti Lokman, Nur Zila binti Muhammad Ali, Nur Haslinda binti Abdullah, Nurul Ain binti Mazlan, Siti Nur Saimah Saad, Yong Yi Fui, Yu Hasini anak perempuan Siva Kumar, Ain Syahira binti Muhammad Nur, An Barasi anak perempuan Krishnan, Ana Laura Sutin Elias Sylvester, Annie Bong Lee Lan, Atika Nabila binti Ahmad, Ao Lin Mun, Ayanes Sagaya Mary anak perempuan Arokiam, Aznianti binti Azaman, Catherine Ambong anak Nyawin, Chantira anak perempuan Nompot, Chanel Gabriel Guerzo, Chia Chen Ying, Dang Anum Safura binti Hamdan, Dora Alvina anak Gatrin, Drusalika Maslina anak Losen, Elsie Sakunil, Emi Azima binti Zakri, Fazilah binti Tahir, Haryati binti Matsani, Haryati binti Othman, Hazlin Valentinus, Hazwani binti Jamal Hakma, Hemapri anak perempuan Siva Kumar, Irene Linda anak Gani, Jaisa binti Ampalang, Jamisa binti Nandong, Joyce Bulan Laing, Juliza binti Abdul Rahman, Juraida binti Nasir, Kala anak perempuan Sukumaran, Kavita anak perempuan Raman, Lai Yin Kwan, Li Qingwei, Li Huiqing, Li Mei Chen, Lei Xian, Liviti Sakunil, Liana Kamilia binti Ahmad Faktiar, Melissa Saidin, Muhammad Faizal bin Awang Elias Hamid, Munira Najwa binti Muhammad Yusuf, Nasuha Farhana binti Syarudin, Nur Ashikin binti Abdul Raja, Nur Aziza binti Ali, Nur Fazilahwati binti Awang, Nur Adila binti Muhammad Noh, Nur Afiza binti Abdul Latif, Nur Azatul Najwa binti Azman, Nur Liana Hafiza binti Saiful Bahri, Nur Syahira binti Azman, Nur Rami Fatiha binti Muhammad Ramli, Nur Syuhada binti Ramli, Nur Zalika binti Muhammad Suhaili. Nur Amalina Farahia binti Zakaria. Nur Farahana binti Abdul Rahim. Nur Fatin Syamimi binti Syaharudin. Nur Hafiza binti Abdul Azim. Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Salehuddin. Nur Mailini binti Roslan. Nur Munira binti Salim Elias Muslimin. Nur Najihan binti Samian. Nur Sazrin binti Kamil. Nur Farahana binti Jaafar. Nur Fazlin Hidayu binti Matroni. Nurul Ain binti Wagiran. Nurul Fakiha binti Abdul Halim. Nurul Nabila binti Adnan. Nurul Nadia binti Abu Bakar. Nurul Suaida binti Muhammad Azwanis. Nyaneswari anak perempuan Lokanamdom. Odilia Vera anak Edmund Gelau. Om Prabhadevia Nyanam. Patricia and Daves. Pong Yen Yan. Premiela anak perempuan Marimotu. Pria Tarshini anak perempuan Anan. Hui Hui Ling. Puvaneswari anak perempuan Kaurinathan. Rohasmini binti Cik Mat. Roslinda binti Rosli. Roshani Lawrence binti Sanin. Ruthra Devi anak perempuan Kanesan. Sabturiah Pade. Sarwini anak perempuan Blontaram. Selina Shafinas binti Idrus. Prasana anak perempuan Vasudevan Pillai. Syafara binti Paidin. Sharifah Mariam binti Syed Ali. Sia Ling Ling. Siti Aisyah binti Syaidun. Siti Fauziah binti Awang. Siti Hajar binti Ahmad. Siti Munira binti Mustafa. Siti Nur Syafiqah Ashikin binti Sabri. Siti Syazanatul Akila binti Ismail. Siti Aminah binti Ali. Suryani binti Rafai. Shirley Demdik Elias Dominic. Tamila Risi Arumugam. Tan Kahmun. Tan Ling Hui Jocelyn. Tan Nur Hazwani binti Tan Yahya. Tirumanggai anak perempuan Gunalan. Tracy anak Engkabang. Ubaidillah bin Muhammad Nur. Uma Maheswari anak perempuan Subramaniam. Wong Mi Ling. Wong Ziyi.
Majlis diteruskan dengan persembahan nyanyian oleh Orkes Melayu Sri Perdana yang dipimpin oleh Encik Muhammad Sahimi Cik. Hadirin dimohon terus berada di tempat duduk.
Tell me when will you be mine? Tell me cuando we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me cuando you mean happiness to me. Oh my love, please tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can't wait a moment more. I can't wait a moment more. Hey. Tell me cuando, say it's me that you adore. And then darling, tell me when. Oh my darling, tell me when. And then darling, tell me when. Oh my darling, tell me when. Terima kasih. Itu dia sebuah lagu Kuando. Kita teruskan lagi sebuah lagu untuk anda semua. Semangat untuk semua. Sebuah lagu yang pernah dipopularkan oleh Faizal Tahir. Gemuruh, terimalah. Siapa yang tahu lagu ni boleh nyanyi sama-sama. Boleh tak? Alright. Bila bertalu rentak di kalbu, harapan tersirat semakin kuburu. Bila bergema laungan gempita, harapan bernyala, nadiku berganda. Semua gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara. Dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkelungkan bintang, berkelipan, menyerlah jauh dari yang biasa. Bila bertalu rentak di kalbu, hasrat yang tersirat semakin kuburu. Bila bergema naungan gempita, harapan bernyala, nadiku berganda. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara. Dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang, berkelipan, menyerlah jauh dari yang biasa. Ungkapan ini bukan sekadar bermimpi. Segalanya pastikan terbukti nanti. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara. Dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang, berkelipan, menyerlah jauh dari yang biasa. Gemuruh jiwa, semangat membara. Dari puncak ingin ke angkasa, berkalungkan bintang, berkelipan, menyerlah jauh dari yang biasa. Menyerlah jauh dari yang biasa. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Presiden dan Naib Chancellor serta Timbalan Dekan Fakulti Pendidikan Profesor Madya Dr. Rosina Mahmud.
Diploma Pendidikan Awal Kanak-kanak.
Sabrina Izzati binti Muhammad Sabri. Siti Khadijah Zaliha binti Nazirin, Siti Nurhayati binti Abdul Rani, Tang Yok Peng, Umi Salma binti Sahari, Zalika binti Leman, Anshakila binti Zainuddin, Ang Peini, Audrey Yvonne Nicole Frankie, Cik Wan Safina binti Wan Hamzah, Chiu Zi Ting, Jia Jia Pei, Cik Wan Wizana Khairi binti Wan Ebi Jalil, Dayang Nur Syahira binti Awang Salim, Faiza binti Sapi'i, Fakihah Izzati binti Nurizal, Dennis Oi Jing En, Emily Ong Min Yu, Ambassador anak perempuan A Santiran, Farah Rofiza binti Madilan, Gelviana Simbaku, Gu Pesi, Gwendoling Siu Min Sun, Intan Iliana binti Zulkarnaini, Jenny Lee, Julia anak Selang, Juliana Wati binti Uthman, Karen Sudan anak Frederick Tutong, Claire Yu Ling Ting, Kasmini binti Anis, Ching Chik, Lee Kim Yi, Leong Swet Yi, Lim Jen Chi, Lo Jia Zien, Maizatul Akmar binti Mahmud, Muhammad Adib Zuhri bin Kamarudin, Natzura binti Natzri, Nantini anak perempuan Ravindran, Nelson anak Julie, Eng Shu Ying, Nitya Kala anak perempuan Shan Mogab, Nur Farain binti Kamal Baharin, Nur Mahani binti Muhammad Yasin, Nur Hafizah binti Zakaria, Nur Ain Najiha binti Abi Sofyan, Nur Alia binti Anwar, Nur Alisha binti Mat Asari, Nur Azwa Azriani binti Syabarudin, Nur Faiza binti Khalid, Nur Ira Atira binti Husin, Nur Syafinas binti Saidin, Nur Syafika binti Syarif, Nurin Farina binti Azlan Hasmi, Nurul Fatihah binti Iskak, Nurul Syifa binti Izhar, Ong Bileng, Pang Yan, Priscilla anak perempuan Parsuraman, Putri Rabiatul Hadawiyah binti Abbasi, Nur Hazika Ifa binti Muhammad Hafiz Zuraimi, Salini anak perempuan Selva Raju, Sarala anak perempuan Gagadaran, Sarmila anak perempuan Lakshmanan, Sharifah Fatimah Zahara binti Syed Ahmad Rizal, Siti Haliza binti Kadirun, Siti Zulaika binti Yaakob, Sofia anak Rajau, Soh Li Peng, Suimi N. Buckley, Syamimi binti Abdul Muttalib, Syazana binti Nazaruddin, Syuhada binti Abdul Patah, Tan Suan Mit, Tariseni anak perempuan raja, Tripina Sata anak Simon, Umu Khairul Fatimah binti Muhammad Ibrahim, Weni Wong Ying Ying, Wong Zizia, Yu Junyi, Yoshini anak perempuan Venga Dasalam,
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Dekan Fakulti Perniagaan dan Pengurusan, Profesor Madya Dr. Zahir Osman.
Ijazah Sarjana Muda dan Diploma daripada Fakulti Perniagaan dan Pengurusan.
Sarjana Muda Pemasaran dengan Kepujian.
and join Su Xiao Yuan. Ashwini anak perempuan Munusami. Mary Winifred anak Jos. Nurul Naima binti T. Wong Chu Ching.
Diploma Pengurusan.
Muhammad Iqmal bin Anwar. Putri Maisara Atira binti Mior Nur Badrisha. Roliner anak Awong. Awang Muhammad Aiman Syahiran bin Awang Muhammad Saidi. Ahmad Nahar bin Syabuddin. Anis anak Robert Dawi. Akila binti Zulkifli. Arwin Raj anak lelaki An Balagan. Avanesh Warren anak lelaki Ponia. Azamuddin bin Azmi. Azmil bin Muhyiddin. Azrianti binti Az-Zahari. Chan Yao Kiet. Sheikh Ahmad Fazrin bin Sheikh Om. Chiu Yi Ven. Chong Kai Zuen. Chung Zanten. Devi Alia Nazira binti Tahar. Dora Risa Edwini Edward. Eflonia Andown. Farah Adiba binti Jahari. Fatin Nabila binti Rusman. Felina Edora Nokirin. Gregory Mary Teng Yung Yu, Jayanti Jayadi Abdullah, Jessica Priya anak perempuan Thomas, Jovi anak perempuan Silva Raja, Ki Tanabal anak lelaki Krishna Sami, Kairia binti Kausin, Krishalini anak perempuan Sundram, Leza Nurashikin binti Awang, Mandy Chu Mun Yi, Marjoin Melancholico, Marfiza binti Daud, Mastura binti Sedum, Megan Raj anak lelaki Gobinathan, Muhammad Faizul Fikri bin Shu'ib, Muhammad Syarul Adam Stephen, Muhammad Azim bin Muzaffar, Muhammad Khair bin Mat Zainuddin, Nadesan anak lelaki Chandran, Natasha anak Sanggau, Nitya Shri anak perempuan Utaya Kumar, Muhammad Harith Khan bin Jamaluddin, Muhammad Nazmi bin Adam, Nur Syahira binti Nur Roshidi, Nur Hidayu binti Mustafa, Nuneswari anak perempuan Vijay Kumar, Nur Amira Zahira binti Afendi, Nur Akila binti Kamal Loh, Nur Idina binti Muhammad Fatimi, Nur Izwatul Hikmah binti Hermawan, Nur Maisara binti Masri, Nuraina Aisyah binti Omar, Nurina Afrina binti Azizan, Nur Syafiqah Albert, Nur Syahira binti Muhammad Saifuddin, Nurul Atifah binti Ahmad Termizi, Nurul Farhana binti Ibrahim, Nurul Nazatul Nazira binti Azmi, Syamira binti Sarimin, Sharvin Tevar anak lelaki Veganes Warren, Putri Yushrin Kashrina binti Mazlan, Putri Dian Arisha binti Syazari, Raja Danish Iskandar bin Raja Syaharul Hisam, Rita Gunalan, Ruby Ranesha, anak perempuan Agustin. S. Musliadi binti Sabtu. Sanjita, anak perempuan Vetrivelu. Shivani, anak perempuan Tevaraju. Siti Rozana binti Isa. Sofia Balkis binti Zainuddin. Sukayi. Susmita, anak perempuan S. Sitan. Nuresha Yasmin binti Muhammad Najib.
Terima kasih. Majlis diteruskan dengan persembahan multimedia. Hadirin dimohon untuk terus berada di tempat duduk.
Sunyi pagi, langkah bermula dalam diam, simpan cita, jatuh bangun, tiada siapa tahu, namun hati tetap menuju. Lelah malam terus berjuang antara mimpi dan kenyataan, dan hari ini semua terjawab akhirnya. KE-30 ribuan kisah, langkah berani tak pernah rebah dari impian ke pentas ini. Kita buktikan segalanya. KE-30 satu pentas, kisah kita bersatu. Hari ini kita berdiri sebagai versi terbaik diri. Ribuan kisah, satu pentas, dan ini
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor.
Tan Yen Ling. Terence Zhao. Sarma Devan, anak lelaki Sivamurti. Tivagar, anak lelaki Mohan. Vinod Khanna, anak lelaki Utaya Suryam. Monikda Tausuan, anak perempuan Sommat. Yamunish, anak perempuan Kuvanes Warren. Yoga Priya, anak perempuan Mohan.
Diploma Pengurusan Sumber Manusia.
Larison, anak Jampi. Nur Kistina Sahira binti Muhammad Yatim. Angela Alisa Sanggu, anak Maxwell. Arina Nazifa binti Muhammad Amin. Arul Ashley, anak perempuan Arulandu. Beverly Lane, anak Samuel. Charles Anthony. Chong Ning Zin. Dan Yasri Setupati. Gaya Priya, anak perempuan Ganasan. Hajaria binti Kasim. Intan Shazana Nasuha binti Kamaluddin. Lila Vatani, anak perempuan Manirajan. Malar Vili, anak perempuan Ravantiran. Muhammad Syafiq bin Ruslan. Muhammad Amirul Hakimi bin Rozman. Nantini, anak perempuan Art Rafe. Eng Su Hong. Nik Nur Adlina Syarafina binti Nik Nazaruddin. Nurdiana Balkis binti Kosti. Nur Fifiana binti Muhammad Tamrin. Nur Syahira binti Matsya. Nurul Fatihah binti Nazaruddin. Rina Roy, anak perempuan Mia Manathan. Rina Mirasha, anak perempuan Nadaraja. Rosalinda binti Doni. Sanjana Mati, anak perempuan Chandran. Shania Evia Agustin Oswin. Shirley Lenja, anak Davil Jupong. Siti Noramira binti Rosli. Suzaliza binti Mazlan. Vanisri Punyamurti. Yamuna, anak perempuan Sinasami. Yu Shu Ying.
Diploma Perakaunan.
Fatimah binti Abdul Rani, Chong Wen Shi, Gaitiri anak perempuan Arumugam, Hamjura binti Juji, Ivy Pang Yung Ni, Mertula anak perempuan Venu Nair, Muhammad Najmi bin Muzani, Eng Shu Hui, Noreha binti Marsan, Nur Fitri Liana binti Yaakob, Nur Dania, Nurul Fatin binti Aziz, Rusmar Liza binti Kamarudin, Saoda binti Abdullah, Sarala anak perempuan Rajendran, Siti Zulaika binti Abdul Karim, Tarman anak lelaki Ravi Chandran, Yong Sin Yen,
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Dekan Fakulti Sains Sosial dan Kemanusiaan, Profesor Madya Dr. Hamidah Mat.
Ijazah Sarjana Muda daripada Fakulti Sains Sosial dan Kemanusiaan.
Sarjana Muda Pengajian Inggeris dengan Kepujian.
Philip Elijah Esaya, Mariam binti Luhong, Lai Yung Yung, Nurdiana binti Abdul Aziz,
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Dekan Fakulti Teknologi dan Sains Gunaan, Profesor Madya Dr. Raziana C. Aziz.
Ijazah Sarjana Muda daripada Fakulti Teknologi dan Sains Gunaan.
Sarjana Muda Pengurusan Pembuatan dengan Kepujian.
Nur Izzati Farhana binti Johari, Zaidia Nuar bin Khalid, Alif Edrizal bin Anwar, Abdul Haris bin Rosedin, Abdul Rahman bin Abdullah, Amirul Hasan bin Muhammad Razwan, Azizul Fitri bin Shahrin, Amirul Syafiq bin Nordin, Desmond anak Miki Elias Dominic, Darini anak perempuan Si Ganapati, Edwin Elias Ramping bin Tapua, Dinesh Kumar anak lelaki Kunjambu, Edi Zulahi bin Barwas, Guganeswaran anak lelaki Selvaraja, Harwina Hayu binti Ahmad, Immanuel Fernandez Ujang anak Jentera, Kavi Varman anak lelaki Munyandi, Leonard Kenvin anak lelaki Asirvatem, Liao Zun Chow, Liana Jiha binti Rosman, Lim Yok Siang, Lo Sun Po, Lu Hong Si, Muhammad Ilham bin Basir, Muhammad Fauzan Ashraf bin Jaafar, Muhammad Hermezan bin Ghazali, Muhammad Mazlan bin Muhammad Yatim, Muhammad Amaruddin bin Muhammad Nazir, Muhammad Firdaus bin Mahmud Taridi, Muhammad Asraf bin Bakar, Muhammad Amiruddin bin Muhammad Rusli, Muhammad Ashraf bin Abdul Aziz, Muhammad Faris Fahmi bin Harith, Nadia Nazhira binti Sabaruddin, Nur Azman bin Herudin, Nur Safia Balkis binti Rahmat, Nur Adiba binti Muhammad Akir, Nur Suryati binti Abdul Halim, Nur Syahima binti Hashim, Nur Syazwani binti Muhammad Syarizat, Paviteran anak laki Subramaniam, Rajkumar anak laki Raman, Muhammad Nur Zaman bin Tauhid, Sahadevan anak lelaki Veramani, Sasi Kumar anak lelaki Ramakrishnan,
Sasitaran anak lelaki Ramakrishnan. Sazwan bin Alpi. Syahrul Nizam bin Musa. Surya anak lelaki Gunasagaran. Viventiran Venagobal. Yong Kok Ting. Vasatarajan anak lelaki Nadarajan. Vasu Sivaraju. Victor Raj anak lelaki Santiago. Vignaraj anak lelaki Ganesan.
Terima kasih. Penganugerahan diteruskan. Dipersilakan Dekan Fakulti Komputeran dan Analitik yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Nantakumar Subramaniam.
Diploma daripada Fakulti Komputeran dan Analitik.
Diploma Teknologi Maklumat.
Aaron Karun Vijaya Das. Amirul Rashid bin Wahilman. Divya anak perempuan Ravichandran. Mahbub Salman Khan bin Ghazali Chan. Muhammad Fazil bin Muhammad Hanif. Muhammad Hanif Asnawi bin Ibrahim. Ten Kah Siang. Tanusha anak perempuan Elangeswaran. Tuh Yen Rajanantran. Walter bin Michael.
Dan yang akhir sekali,
Zulkhairi bin Sabri.
Ucapan Wakil Graduan dipersilakan Cik Puteri Maisara Atira binti Mior Nur Batrisha untuk menyampaikan ucapan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Azman Hashim, Chancellor. Yang berbahagia Profesor Datuk Dr. Ahmad Izani Awang, Presiden Naib Chancellor. Yang dihormati Ahli Lembaga Gabenor dan Senat Universiti, Div-Div Jemputan, warga Universiti, para graduan dan keluarga, serta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Alhamdulillah, syukur kepada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana dengan limpah kurnianya, para graduan telah selesai menerima scroll masing-masing pada sidang terakhir majlis ini. Terima kasih kepada pihak OUM kerana memberikan peluang dan kepercayaan kepada saya untuk menyampaikan ucapan sebagai wakil graduan. Saya amat berbesar hati berdiri di sini mewakili rakan-rakan seperjuangan sekalian. Para hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, izinkan saya berkongsi sedikit kisah perjalanan saya. Saya menyertai sekolah penerbangan pada tahun 2020 ketika dunia sedang bergelut dengan pandemik COVID-19. Pada waktu itu, industri penerbangan seolah-olah hilang punca dan masa depan kerjaya juruterbang nampak malap. Latihan teori sering berubah, latihan penerbangan tertangguh dan ada kalanya saya tertanya-tanya, adakah impian saya akan terhempas sebelum sempat berlepas? Namun demikian, saya tetap percaya bahawa impian tidak seharusnya terhenti kerana cabaran yang mendatang. Apabila keadaan dunia mula beransur pulih dari pandemik, saya mengambil keputusan untuk belajar diploma pengurusan di OUM. Saya tidak mahu masa berlalu tanpa dimanfaatkan dan saya percaya bahawa ilmu akan menguatkan masa depan saya. Setelah menjadi juruterbang operasi dari syarikat penerbangan Firefly, masa saya dipenuhi dengan latihan simulator, penerbangan dan tanggungjawab kerja. Pada masa yang sama, saya masih sambung belajar. Kalau ada yang bertanya bagaimana saya boleh belajar sambil bekerja, jawapannya terletak pada ekosistem OUM. Jika di kokpit saya belajar mengawal pesawat, di OUM saya belajar mengurus masa. Melalui mod fleksibel dan digital OUM, saya dapat menghadiri kelas, menyiapkan tugasan dan menduduki peperiksaan tanpa perlu mengambil cuti belajar. Rakan graduan sekalian, scroll yang telah kita terima merupakan simbol ketahanan, kesungguhan dan pengorbanan yang mungkin tidak dilihat oleh orang lain. Kita semua datang dari latar belakang yang berbeza, namun kita ada satu persamaan, iaitu kesungguhan untuk memperbaiki diri. Pembelajaran sepanjang hayat OUM telah mengajar kita bahawa pendidikan tidak mempunyai sempadan usia atau status. Kita adalah bukti bahawa selagi ada kemauan, teknologi dan fleksibiliti, OUM akan membantu kita. Para hadirin sekalian, sebagai seorang wanita dalam industri penerbangan komersial, saya percaya bahawa pendidikan membina keyakinan diri. Ilmu yang telah saya perolehi sangat relevan dalam membina kepimpinan dan kemahiran berkomunikasi yang sangat kritikal dalam industri penerbangan. Di sebalik kejayaan ini, sokongan kedua ibu bapa serta keluarga merupakan fuel atau bahan bakar utama saya. Untuk makluman, bapa saya juga seorang juruterbang, dahulunya untuk pesawat pejuang Tentera Udara Diraja Malaysia, TUDM, dan kini untuk Firefly. Beliau juga berkelulusan sarjana, manakala ibu saya pula seorang peguam. Terima kasih kepada kedua ibu bapa saya untuk doa serta sokongan mereka yang telah mengangkat saya setiap kali saya rasa nak jatuh. Mereka sering mengingatkan bahawa walau setinggi mana pun kita terbang, kita tetap perlu mempunyai ilmu dan berpijak di bumi yang nyata. Rakan graduan sekalian, Convocation ini bukanlah penamat, tetapi adalah take off kepada perjalanan yang lebih besar. Bagi saya, sebagai seorang juruterbang, langit itu luas dan begitu juga peluang kerjaya kita selepas bergraduasi dari OUM. Akhir kata, saya mewakili semua graduan merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada pihak pengurusan OUM, para pensyarah dan staf sokongan yang sangat memahami keperluan pelajar bekerja seperti kami. Terima kasih kerana menjadi co-pilot terbaik dalam perjalanan akademik kami. Tahniah kepada semua rakan graduan. Teruskan terbang tinggi, teruskan menimba ilmu dan jadilah warga alumni OUM yang membanggakan. Saya sudahi dengan serangkap pantun. Burung Raja Wali terbang tinggi, melintasi awan di pagi hari. Walau jauh langkah yang ditepuhi nanti, jangan lupa harga dan asal diri. Sekian, terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Berisytiharan penutupan Convocation. Dipersilakan Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Chancellor.
Sidang hadirin yang dihormati, dengan ini saya mengisytiharkan Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia ditutup. Wassalamualaikum.
Terima kasih.
Maka dengan ini berakhirlah sudah Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia untuk sidang yang ke-8 ini. Kita menjadi saksi seramai 7,600 graduan sepanjang 4 hari ini, 8 sidang dari impian ke pentas menjadi realiti. Tahniah sekali lagi kepada semua graduan Majlis Konvokesyen ke-30 Open University Malaysia. Teruslah terbang tinggi dan harumkan nama universiti di luar sana. Terima kasih kerana meninggalkan momen-momen yang menarik bersama dengan kami. Saya tinggalkan anda dengan 2 rangkap pantun. Gagah Laksamana membelah selat, destinasi dituju nakhoda berani. Segulung ijazah bukanlah penamat, itulah jambatan ke medan bakti. Sirih sekapur tanda harganya, manis bicara tuntas bicara, silap salah mohon dimaafkannya, di lain masa berjumpa saudara.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan hadirin, demikianlah berakhirnya sidang terakhir Konvokesyen ke-30. Harap maklum bahawa pameran dan gerai jualan cenderamata sedang berlangsung di Aras 3. Kaunter pemulangan pakaian akademik akan dibuka sehingga jam 6.30 petang di Bilik Redang Aras 3.
Bagi pihak pengurusan OUM, kami mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih atas kehadiran sidang hadirin. Semoga kita bertemu lagi. Bunga seroja di tepi kali,
Mekar indah di sinari pagi.
Jutaan terima kasih dari kami.
Panjang umur, kita jumpa lagi.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations.
Para graduan sarjana pembuatan, mohon untuk tinggal di dewan untuk sekejap untuk sesi foto.